What's up, Connor? How are you? Alright, so we're going to do something a bit out of the ordinary here. I actually have to make an assortment of previews. So we'll do... What's up, Veek? Yeah, Icor just said that to me, but the source has the stuff in it, so if that's giving you problems, just compile the source. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Oops. I guess before I do this, I should probably... Hold on. I just realized I need to check something. I think I already fixed all of the files in the framework source. That were imported with PyGRP and had that thing with them. The issue they were having. Apparently not. Weird. I'm pretty certain that I already did do that at some point. I think I did it for Hydra a long time ago, but maybe I didn't bring the frames over or something. So those two were messed up, but I don't know if any other ones were. Filer mound. Hatchery. Layer. I think Mutapit is the filer mound. Yeah. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make preview images of all the player colors, so if people don't want to sift through them all to preview them, they don't have to. Seems reasonable. I guess I'll just go through all of them. Because odds are they're all messed up. It's not going to take that long. There's over 100, but it's not that many. I don't think. Like, even though there's quite a lot, it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Or didn't I just do this? Cops are here. Hide your kids. How many of these are there? Also 7. Yeah, it's really, I mean, it sounds like it's a lot when you consider that, but it's not that difficult to run through them all.
It's not like it was.
Seven. And 8. Okay. I don't know if there's any Protoss ones that are also messed up. That one looks fine. Two. Arbiter Tribunal needs it. Fleet Beacon needs it. It's fine. It's also fine. Alright, so just the Arbiter Tribunal and the Fleet Beacon. Those are fairly straightforward ones. I wonder if I make this window bigger once, will it work for all time? Probably not. Oh, cool. It does. Wait, what even is warp? Okay, that's right. I think beacon is like it's something dumb. Yeah, it's the observatory. And then prism is the arbiter tribunal. That should be all of them. Right. If you still haven't gotten it to work by the end of when I'm done with these player colors, Vic, I can look into the issue. I'll just recompile it from my source and send it to you. Nice. Okay. We are good to go then. Oh, I forget if these renders show up with. Yeah. Okay, so I gotta turn show powered status off. The blue, yeah, that's well, these are all of the default colors have been modified by DF, which is why the blue looks different. It actually is different, but it's pretty good. IMO. So. I haven't tested it since the last time I tested it, iQueer. I will give it a shot later on. Right. Oh, I don't know what I just closed, but I'm sure it was. Oh, it was Todd. It was easy enough to reopen later. Lemon. Is that peach? Huh. I'm gonna put I'm gonna link it in the player color wikidot. I'll probably like post them as, I don't know if I should organize them by color or just have like a separate section where I post them in order. But we'll see what happens. I really do like the Japanese violet. That was a recent color. But if you just mean new overall, I'm a pretty big fan of the Tyrian and Ultramarine combo. I think that they look really good together. I kind of like the iridescent colors just because they're silly looking. Like, it's interesting to see stuff like that. I don't know. I really enjoy the fact that we have so many new colors to choose from. It's hard for me to pick just one, but a lot of them are like pretty strong, I think. Right, yeah, the iridescent ones are pretty interesting. Well, I could do based on color, like player ID or whatever. I mean, color ID in terms of like number of, like what they are in number. But sorting them by like subtype of color, like all the red ones under red and stuff, might be more useful. Because people usually come in and think, I want a red or I want an off red. I'm gonna go check like I feel like that's probably gonna be more useful anyway. Yeah, rainbow is definitely a fraud color. There will be a miscellaneous section for shit like the iridescent colors and the rainbow colors. So there's two of them. And then maybe some other ones, like Patriotic Freedom, which is busted right now. I've got to try and improve it later. So what color did I get to? I got all the way up to cyan. So I do 16 is black. Alice blue. Yeah, sort by color. No, that makes sense. Right, I'm just gonna have that in my second window so I don't have to keep alt tabbing. Yeah, it's like a really weird color, the Delft blue one. I might end up using it for something like that. Yeah, Harlequin is pretty good, man. It's an excellent color. Well, in Protoss, it looks like they almost have no player color, depending on what the tone is, which I think can be useful in some cases. Magma! Unfortunately, I think we've reached the limit of colors. I was asking DF earlier if he would, if he had any ideas for additional colors, and he said that he didn't think it was possible to make any extras, any like meaningfully different ones besides like really wild, like iridescent shit or something maybe, but nothing more conservative. What is this? 038 goldenrod. Blood. I just noticed the mature chrysalis is somehow fucked. So that's cool. I'll have to fix that later. That will trigger me. Wait, what? Oops, I forgot to name that one. All right, we're halfway there, boys. Whoa, rainbow. Oh wait, this wasn't it. Scarlet actually doesn't look too bad on Zerg. I'm surprised. What's up, Tudor? You're Todd. No, I'm just kidding. Todd's just a guy. He's he likes anime. What's up, Scarlet? I'm just organizing all of the custom player colors we have access to right now. Just a resource for other map makers to use, and myself when I need to mess around with. I thought like Auburn was one of the more recent colors added, but it's all the way back in 70s. Oh no, maybe that's just I think maybe I replaced some older colors or something. It's I do use some of these colors in the Todd campaign, but these are also used in Hydra and all my other work. Mapcraft, everything. So I'm just making these images so people can preview them without having to manually go in and check them out. That's my emoji. My favorite set. What is this, beaver? I used to have that like channel membership thing, but really I just wanted to be able to let everybody use my own custom emoji. But they didn't let me do that. I didn't want people to have to pay for it. Tomato. What an excellent color. We've got pumpkin and we've got tomato. Oh, nice. Congratulations, Rawflesh. Good luck with your rework. Oh, oops. Go. Dark spring green.
Welcome to Death Camp 13. Home of the Nazis' diabolical
What's up, Atreus?
army of super werewolf soldiers.
I am not sure, man. I think the so what has to happen here is the white color has to be like a transition area between red and blue or something. So I'm not gonna take a picture of that one just yet. We'll wait and see. Oh yeah, the other thing that I definitely have to do before I forget is to do that. There we go. I'll probably do some more of Wicked Reality. If it's not going to be later on today, I don't know if it is because I have to go to a birthday party later, so I probably won't have time. It's probably going to be like Sunday. It's hard to convince myself to play that because, man, what a disaster. But we'll see. Okay, now we've got fixed graphics for everything. I just need to batch process all these BMPs into PNGs. Yeah, that's basically it for Trails. Although, he was just taking into, what was he doing? He was more like, responding to demand. Micro campaigns were in vogue at the time, man. Wow. Now this is epic. Okay. Let's try that one. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, nice. Well, that's going to run for a bit. Yeah, it's like, you'd think that something like Wicked Reality would be really fun at least to watch. But unfortunately, I have a feeling it's going to be a disaster no matter what. Oh, it looks like the armory is also going through some silly changes. I should fix that. Like, the biggest issue I always have with all these campaigns that are, like, that behave that way is, they don't actually have any gameplay at any point. So yeah, it's funny to read the insanity sometimes, but it just goes on. It overstays its welcome considerably. And there's never any like light at the end of the tunnel where, okay, at least after all the cringe I can play, you know, something. Nope. You are what they call Fucksville. Also known as dead. Bye. Alright, fix that up. Alright, cool. Because, like, I don't know, maybe it was just that I'm burnt out about it now. Like, because I dealt with Flame Knives and Eon of the Hawk, and those campaigns were probably, I don't know if they were worse than Wicked Reality, but they were at least comparable. And I didn't have nearly as many issues, so who knows, man. I don't know if Vika's still here, but if he is, he should tell me how that worked out with him. Alright, so... Oops. Wrong image. Preview. Okay. Let's quickly cycle through them all, make sure nothing out of the ordinary. Unfortunately, the gas overlays are kind of annoying. Okay. Nice. Now we get to upload all these to Imgur and use their servers by. I'm not using my own space. Can't wait for this to destroy itself. Wait for it. Wait for it. They can do it. It's only 102 images and none of them are over a megabyte. They can do it. They can't do it. It's over. Check mark emoji. Yeah, I just read Retrace's message. Yeah. I really like. I don't know, man. They act like that same guy went on to make like Razor Claw X and went on to make a campaign that had voice acting, and then he took it away for the next campaign of the series because people didn't like the voice acting. It's like, yeah, the voice acting was pretty bad, but it was still better than having to read it all. Alright. This is ridiculous. Come on, Imgur. Wake up! Wake up, idiot. Wake up, idiot. That's my little dance. Oh yeah, I wanted to fix the shadow for the dog at some point. No, don't launch Edge. Living on the edge. Oh. Yeah, the browser has officially run out of memory. Can't even play music anymore. Epic. Bye. Let's try to fix that. I don't know where we were, so I'll just assume that's relatively close. I don't know, man. Like, how do I upload all these? If I upload them in a different sequence, they're gonna get out of sequence and I'm gonna get triggered. Let's see. Can it handle 30 images? Oh, it fucked them up. Epic. Yeah, it fucked them up royally. Holy shit. Alright, I'll wait for that to finish. Okay, let's do dogs. What are we doing? Need to find the frames, Barker Shad. And we'll go ahead and delete that. Recopy this stuff. What? I don't think that's what I told it to do. Maybe it is. No, it isn't. Try that. Let's batch that up. Yeah, of course I remember. It was only yesterday. And yeah, like where we were talking about that. Holy Imgur, dude! Imgur cannot host images. It seems incapable of such a feat. Remember that these are 600 kilobytes, and I have a gigabyte upload and a gigabyte download. Just remember that when you're witnessing this. Oh, I can't even click on anything to interact with it. Nice. Yeah, I want to leave, all right. Can you do one at a time? I have to babysit it, guys. Modern software solutions. Oh my god. People forgot how to program, I guess. Thankfully, I haven't linked my Imgur account to anything, but that's basically how they make their money, because obviously this is a free service. So in theory, you'd be like, why are you complaining? You get to use this stuff for free. But they actually just sell people's data, so they're making plenty of money, just like any other social media platform. Yeah, I mean, I'd try to make all my content challenging, but the distinction is definitely like Nemesis is meant to be a map series that you can play each submission or each mission within it like several times before you necessarily feel like you've played it out or that there's nothing else, no other fun that you can have. And it also has more replay value just because it's multiplayer, so... That's always nice. Iquar, earlier you were asking about map sets. I have a feeling like... Hey, don't make sure I'm not a robot. What's wrong with you? Okay. Do we also have Vine Green in here? Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. I'm pretty... How do you think I'm a robot from me clicking and tracking these manually? You motherfucker. Can sell my data, but can't track whether or not I'm a human. SMH. Maybe that's what was breaking it earlier, that I was going over the CAPTCHA limit or something. Well, usually it's like you have to assess what exactly it is you're doing to win. And if it's ever like going out and trying to find a challenge or trying to find conflict in an RTS sense, like you're running around and trying to find the last missile turret or something, like obviously there's no actual interaction happening. You're not being engaged. It's not like you have to do that or the enemy is going to get an advantage over you or something. You know what I mean? Like it has nothing to do with you actually playing the game. At that point, you're just ticking a box, and that's very obviously grind, right? So that's usually where I would like. That's a very easy example, but it's like all those old RTS campaigns for Brood War, where they have stuff like AI that doesn't attack very often, but has a crazy amount of defense. That's a good example of like. What I try to avoid, generally speaking. Alright, so we have our album done. Transfer my lamp. I thought I bookmarked framework, the send thread for it or something. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, what's up, Alexander? So yeah, as far as map sets go, I kind of feel like Nemesis is, in a way, a map set, you know? I'll restart that later on. Oh yeah, I was going to take a look at the dog shadow that I just made. But I can do that later on. I'll at least organize it and get it compiled into a GRP. Where do we have that anyway? I forget. I think it was like NBC Shad. Yeah. All right, we'll give it a preview in the editor anyway. The shadow is offset a few frames. I think that was the cause of the initial issue that I was observing earlier. For map sets, I was just saying that like Nemesis and eventually Manifold and stuff, like those kind of are map sets in a sense, where they're not really linked in terms of narrative, but they're built around a unifying theme, which I think is nice. Alright, so since that's an issue, I have to go through and fix it in the iScript. Should be fairly simple to do. I just have to find the Rhinodon, and I have to say it's like XY. I think it's up is upwards is a positive integer. So we'll try that. And we will reopen. Check it out. No, upwards is a negative integer. Okay. Try minus 10. It's a floating dog, dude. Maybe if we do like minus 10, minus 2. Because now it's kind of hard to see. But it might just be, it might be fine in motion. Take a look. Yeah, that looks good. Now, I think I have to go back to the older shadow, though. Which I, of course, did not save XD. So I'll just recreate it as best I can. Try that. It's not really what the old one was, but it should do the trick. Right, I know what you're talking about when it comes to the limited tech where like you don't have access to the whole tree until later. I mean, it's possible. That's actually fairly trivial compared to everything else that we've done. No, it's a power-up. The Kadar and Crystal power-up. But I don't know why you would want to include heroes like that anyway. Just make the player pay for them like normal units. IMO. Like that's what I have done in Hydra. You just upgrade them. So as it turns out, that wasn't an issue with what's it called? It wasn't an issue with the framework at all. Veek was just running into some other unrelated crash. Fuck am I? check that out, see if that is any better. Are my eyes deceiving me, or are there random holes in the fucking graphic? I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Fairly certain. Yeah. Nice. That's an important lesson. Patch those up before you do the conversions. Now I just have to approximate based on common sense shit. Well, I don't know what regions you mean locations? You can't define regions in Brood War, they just happen automatically. Welcome back, Scarlet. Oh yeah. Can fix that right up. Yeah, so this is the issue here. Just gotta fill this in. Manually painting dogs. Something I truly never thought I would do in my life. Dog graphic is from Riddler 2. Let's see. It's it kind of leaps at the target. I don't think his mouth opens or anything, but I think it's implied that he's like clawing at them. So more like a Zergling, yeah. The dogs are one of the only useful infantry graphics from Red Alert because most of them are so small. I mean, the dog itself is very small as well, but at least you can tell it's a dog, whereas you can't tell what the fuck anything is otherwise. Like, the other graphics are too tiny. It's a little bit less of an issue in that game because everything is like that, so like it's scaled appropriately, but it's not useful for Brood War. Anyway, these seem better now. For the most part, it seems like we got most of the issues taken care of. So far, anyway. Yeah. All of the basic infantry. Even when I was playing that game, I had a really tough time actually figuring out like what unit was what at a glance. They did a pretty poor job at like at a glance readability, in my opinion. The other issue is they don't have very many facing angles for most of these. Oh, we're actually at the last frame. Nice. Yeah. Pretty much. Okay. Okay, so in theory, now we should be able to import Barker full, save as. Okay, bye. What the fuck? Don't use save as, guys. U-byte, by the way. What's the problem? Now I have this sprite sheet that can't be used for some reason. Probably because the frames are like an odd dimension according to 74 by 72. Too tall times how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. So it's supposed to be 936. It was just... I thought there was a shocking amount of empty space at the bottom, but I didn't think it was because PyGRP was a piece of shit. Nice to know that even when you have no expectations of functionality, it can disappoint you. What? Whoa! Wow. Impressive. Now that's epic. Holy shit. How does something like that happen? I have this... Now I've corrected the asset. But of course... they aren't having it. How do I even fix that? I guess I have to take it and... layer via cut. We'll try this, man. Maybe this will work. Because it's 72 by 74, so I guess they're using the wrong combo or something. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. Something very dumb, of course. Yes, red alert to attack dog, indeed. Photoshop attack dog. PyGRP attack crash. Should add a mechanic that just crashes your game if you allow a certain unit to do something. Like it's like a virus or a virus unit. If you let it get close to your command center, it crashes your game. That would be troll as fuck. I like that idea. Very dumb that I have to do so much work just to get this unit to be implemented. I didn't think I was going to have to do this, that's for sure. Like, never in all my years. What? Not even close to being done, SMH. I only got, I think, 6 more to go or something like that. You're fine. Don't you worry. Enjoy your mobile game. Okay, so now time has come to move them all over 2 pixels. Okay. Now we're 1020 or 1222, which divided by 72 is not an even number. So how the fuck did we manage that? Should be 1224. So at some point I moved to over 1 over too many times or something. Go. Okay, so now this image should, in theory, be fine to import. Beat critter. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just open up this one. Import. No, it still runs off. Why? Why would it do that? Maybe there's... Is it because I'm putting in the wrong number of frames? It's 17 times 13. Oh, there's 221. Maybe that was what was happening. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Never mind. It was just me being an idiot. Weird. I wonder why it was crashing before, though. I may never know. Alright, B, critter. And then, if we can grab... this, convert... Bunker main or Barker main. Let's say Barker, and then convert it again to Barker Shad, and then in here convert to Barker. I don't think I plan any. No, I can't say that I do. I think in general my hub campaigns, like, the problem with them is that they require a lot of work. Like, I plan Saga of the Zitsun, but I don't know if I'll still even be working with Brood War by the time I'm, like, at the end of 2020. I don't know what's to come, right? So, like, I don't know when I stop working on Brood War, or I phase out my work with Brood War and I start trying to phase in working on, like, a new engine for a new RTS game. I'm not sure when that begins, but I'll have to figure that one out at some point. So Saga of the Zitsun is a project that is set in my comedy project universe, and it follows Rekt Sun, Rekt, R-E-K-T apostrophe S-O-N, and he's like their leader, or a leader, like he's an heir to the throne back home and stuff. I don't really touch too much on the history of the Zitsun in the early episodes, but the basic idea is that he's got some position of authority in the military, and everybody's very silly in that campaign. And he's fighting fraudulent Protoss. People, like, they're disguised as Protoss, but they are fraudulent in nature. And my plan was to use converted Starcraft 2 graphics for them, but since those look ugly as fuck, I might just end up, like, messing around with the Protoss assets and, like, making really dumb looking versions of all the buildings and units, and that might be more entertaining than dealing with everything else. So at some point I got to make that race, because the fraud race is going to be used in another project that DF is working on, so it would make sense to include them there. But the Zitsun are meant to be like a completely new race as opposed to a reskin of the Zerg, which is what they are in, like, their placeholder setting right now. I'll probably remove creep from them or something like that so that they feel a bit more distinct, but unfortunately I have no idea what their final mechanics are going to look like, because I talk about this in the latest AdCod, but the biggest issue that I have with the whole thing is when you don't have placeholder graphics for something, you can't even really conceptualize the, like, what the race would actually act like or behave like. Because you can't even really think about, like, how to present information to the player until you have some visuals for that. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I tried that with an Ahmed campaign recently. I tried including StarCraft 2 assets converted to Brood War, but I would have to convert them myself, I think, and I have no idea how to do that. And I'm looking to uninstall StarCraft 2 as soon as I can. I have to play a custom campaign for that, but after that I'm uninstalling it and never touching it again. So I'm not really interested in having it, you know, available so that I can mine assets from it. Just everything looks so bad in that game. It would be like a good bit, but the idea of you playing a set of campaigns with these enemies where you have to stare at these eyesores the entire time, and also them being confusing to look at anyway just because they're from another game and not in a game that's remotely similar in art style. Like, at some point it stops becoming a funny bit and starts becoming actually annoying and toxic to the player. And obviously I don't want that, even if it's a really funny bit in the moment, right? It's better used for like a single one-off joke or something than, you know, a single map or something like that than a serious environment. Even though it's a comedy project, I'm treating the development of it seriously, and I still want players to get engaged and immersed in the gameplay, even if they're like laughing at it for the most part. And they have insane units like dogs. I basically treat all my projects like that. But I also recognize that it's not like I have the pick of the litter when it comes to assets in that nature, so. I may have to make some concessions. Alright, so this is Barker Shad. Bing, bing. Alright. We can close that, hopefully. And that, hopefully. And that, I suppose. Close that. Alright. Unit, frame. Oh, wait. Yeah, I need that. Okay, let's take a look now. Wow. So one thing led to another here. Alright, so the shadow needs to be down and to the left and not down into the, like, skewed down left instead of up left. So that much is for sure. But somehow the assets here are so fucked up. Like, I can't imagine it's just the frames though. I mean, I'll reopen Photoshop, but I highly doubt that there's some issue with the frames themselves. Yeah, they don't have that issue at all. Whatever the fuck this is. So that is not really helpful. Okay. That seems really small, but we might as well try it since we tried everything else already. And let's do this. 2, 2, 1, convert, Barker. And B critter. I can't imagine that just doing it again is going to fix it, though. Maybe it did. Oh, wow. It did. Nice. Yeah, so as long as once the shadow is fixed, we're good to go. All right, while this is running, I'm going to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Okay. We're back. This is still not done. SMH. All right, cool. That's done. What? SMH. Destroyed myself once again. Okay. Now let's see if this one does the trick. Let's hope. Oh, destroyed. Let's hope. That we seem to get at least something. I think maybe the issue is when they face left, the overlay kind of messes around with them. Because the way that I've done it through iScript is I've set it, like, offset it by a few pixels. So, yeah, okay, that's set to 0 by default. What if we took away that 2 pixel offset and then re-imported the script? What would that accomplish exactly? Let's find out. Well, I haven't made any more of them raw flesh, so might be why. It's weird, on the left-facing ones, they just don't... It's almost like they don't have a shadow at all. I don't know. It looks good enough to me now, but... let's see it in game before we make a determination. I should also open up that iScript. Yeah, I should probably check out the iScript for that unit again because it attacks really slowly, and I think that's due to the animation and not the wind up. Okay. Let's give it a run. See how the shadow looks. Hello?
Okay, get up. I'm going this way.
I feel like I may have been too aggressive in correcting the dark pixels on the tail in certain frames. Yeah, maybe I need to go into the iScript file and lower the thing from 10 to like -6 or something. That might help. Need to do a whole lot of unit testing in all of these contexts. This is what we call unit testing anyway. Even though we're testing a unit, you'd think, oh yeah, of course you're unit testing. Yeah, that looks better. It still kind of disappears when they're in motion, but... Oh, maybe it was just because I had the selection circle on. It seems much better when you... Yeah, okay, that's better. But I feel like maybe I'll try -8, because that looks a little too far away. What's -8 look like? Oh. Fucking idiot. Glad that's a debug message. Yeah, that looks better. All right. I was actually thinking of making dogs detectors. Yeah, only infantry, right? I didn't like that they couldn't attack buildings. I prefer if a unit has an attack, it should be able to attack anything, you know? Unless it's like a super special case, but even then, probably best to not worry about that. Oops. There you go. Throw that over there. Okay, so we were looking for shades of red. So this is blood. They can borrow, I think. I don't know if I actually gave them borrow as a research. I like that. Maybe every time the dog attacks, they become a detector for 5 seconds or something. I don't know. It'll be an upgrade anyway. My take on neutral units and structures. I think they can add something pretty nice, but I haven't really I've only seen them added poorly, which is like in Warcraft 3. Right, so there's not too many great examples. I do think it's possible to add in, though. I definitely want to give it a go on my own at some point. Auburn and Cordovan are more shades of violet. Oh, I guess I'll have to change the map to installation or something to show magenta properly. Vivid orange, dark bronze. Sup, Vic? I like the idea that you can, bribe them into attacking a specific enemy, and they wait until a bribe has been orchestrated before attacking, or maybe they do something else. I think that could be interesting, generally speaking. Okay. Put me 5 minutes in, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, my idea would be they would have normal AIs, but you would simply be able to interact with them differently than... You could just destroy them if you wanted to, but you would have to, like, declare an official stance of allegiance against them or something. Basically, you'd open up a diplomacy menu like in the normal multiplayer, and you would just, like, unally them or something. That would be what I would imagine would happen. Maybe there could be a better menu made for it, but... Alright. Back to the bottom. Yeah, new game UI menu would be ideal. Yeah, that would take I can only imagine it taking a while. The last ones were Midnight Green, Coyote Brown, and Bedazzled Blue. There was also Golden Brown, Dark Spring Green, Japanese Violet, Earth Tone, Tea Green, Beige, Beaster Brown, Tomato, Persian Orange, Dark Coral, Delft Blue, Liver, Beaver, Redwood. So you might have an older version, but I'm gonna update this page with a link to those as well. Just let me finish. I think it's pinned in Newbor or something, but. Yeah, I don't have any plans to visit those. Usually they don't really have any like interesting concepts anyway. I mean, a lot of the vanilla campaign is pretty straightforward and boring as well, but at least I can like, I have an immediate, since I'm going to eventually do Brood War Hydra, which is where a lot of the more fun like mission concepts are in terms of like what belligerents are there. And since some of the ones in vanilla are actually pretty fun too, I have an incentive to make the other ones and make them more exciting. So, like, whereas the Enslavers and Loomings, I don't really think that there's much value in them at all. Admittedly, I don't think I've played the last one. The last two, maybe. I think I only played the first one. But it's not something I have a connection with. Right, yeah. I guess I might as well do labels for these. Oh. It's just cyan. Or... what is this? Okay. Got confused. I'll link this album for people who just want the full thing. I'll sort them out so that they're... I don't know. I'll figure out formatting after I'm done adding them all anyway. Why is orange... What the fuck? So I have something incorrect here. Where's my Russian green? Okay, that was the only shit. I'm not sure if this is a tone of yellow. Yeah, I think that would be a tone of yellow, if I had to guess. As opposed to orange. I'll let DF correct any of the ones that are inaccurate anyway. Is where did I just pull? It's a shade of orange. So they're like an actual special ops team, basically. No. 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 Holy shit. Alright. We need... I already have Vermilion in here. Some of these are probably going to get moved to Shades of Cyan, but I don't know which ones. Yeah, good to know. I think I only played Loomings like once. I see. So you wouldn't even really change the unit per se. Maybe they would get like custom upgrades or something, but they wouldn't get stats. It would be more about like them just using their units correctly. Or superior. Superior unit control. I already explained that earlier. Maybe you weren't here. Here, I'll just link you to the wiki page. Oh, I don't have any information on it, I guess. A bank data-driven acid trip. There you go. It's basically Saga of the Zitsun is about the Zitsun. They are a group of Mongoloids from another world, meant to be a collective of a bunch of strange creatures. Well, they're going to be more conventional in a sense that they have, like, they build units and stuff, but they have lower numbers, so they got to make better use of them. And otherwise, they, let's see here, hold on. Where was I? 53. It's UOI. It's just another comedy project, Scarlet. Saga of the Zitsun. The Zitsun themselves are a race within that comedy project. Well, conventional is like, you have a base, you build up your base and tech up and attack and expand. So that's every AI in my project. But what Ichor was describing was an AI that would be really, really good at microing, and as a result would have much fewer units, presumably. But whatever units they did have would be, like, much more cost-effective because they would be microing them better. You, actually, Veek. That is a good bit, though. I like that. Keep it up. Already have that in here. 60 is sound. What a dumb color name. Can't believe somebody actually named it that. Like in real life. It's ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, in that case, I acquire. I guess, right, yeah. Like, ordering groups to move around and stuff makes more sense, I think. Which you were already working on at some point. Mango. Definitely a shade of orange. Something I already have in there. Neon blue. There will be some donut thieving happening, I'm sure. Where's... Perfect. Mine is dark bronze. That might be more of a shade of red than anything, I'm not sure. truly a panic will spread across the people. What do we got here? Rainbow mute. Do I already have liver added? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I had to do a lot of tweaking in Stormborn, for example. It would be nice to change the minimap color. I would really also like to fix the score screen issue, but that seems like it would require a huge amount of reverse engineering for something that's really not that big of a deal, I guess. Even though it's pretty irritating. I think it's in icons. Because I think I had to replace them. I think it's in game icons. But I could be wrong about that. No, maybe not. I'm not sure. DF knows, or at least he did know, and because he was the one who sent me them at some point. Liver is not supposed to be in grays. I think that was supposed to be in yellows. Or oranges or something. I think it's in the game folder anyway, though. I guess I'll cut it off after salmon. After Maya blue. Cosmic Cobalt. Dark Sapphire. Cordovan. Electric Orange. Whatever the one before Beaver is. Fern Green. Goldenrod. Beige. Platinum. Preparations. More like bye. And I do still have the assets for the brown minerals, yeah. I wouldn't change the minimap color, though. I think the minimap color would remain cyan. Alright. Oh yeah, it is linked right here. Alright. Alright, that is here. Now, is there a way to, like, sort it out at all? I wanted to rearrange and sort it by... like, sort it the other way or something. So, it would actually be... I don't know. Whatever. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but... yeah. course. Well, Ikor, you were asking earlier for this resource, so hopefully it works out for you. It's something that I should have added a long time ago, to be honest, but now it's done. Now it's available for anybody who wants to take a look, and I'll keep updating it as time goes on. Okay. Going to sort this out into the P colors folder. Then I was working on a heavy tank here, but I didn't end up making the I script. One 13. I'll say 27. See you later, Raw Flesh. Have a good lunch. I have no idea. It wouldn't surprise me. I know the asset has it was already in the editor, but I don't think it was used in any multiplayer maps when I was still paying attention. I didn't really pay too much attention at all to any of the melees, so I don't really know. Third resource. Well, the problem is you would then have to put something together for, like, figuring out how best it would work out, right? So... I think that's probably a problem, is trying to figure out how to do that. That should be a working ice script, in theory. But yeah, you have to like rebalance the entire game around it. So if you were making a total conversion, I could definitely see it potentially working out. But I think it's probably better to make it so that either there's multiple ways to gather the same resource, or there's like high yield resources of the same resource. You know what I mean? Like you could have minerals, and then you could have like rare materials that would be minerals, but you would get more of them per return or something. Well, if it was just gold, it would have been much better, yeah. What do we got here? This is... Alright, shadow definitely needs to be improved. And it looks like I should lower the selection circle and reduce its size. Pretty epic. And the shadow's also messed up. Oh, I think I didn't put no breakcode end or something. Oh, well, the shadow's messed up because of that. I'm pretty sure. It's a very desaturated purple. I'm pretty sure. Maybe DF will correct me. No, there's a few of them. Yeah, I'm just trying to test this graphic out. I wonder if I could make a shadow by using by like making a drop shadow of the whole frame, oh, like the whole graphic. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's tiny. Yeah. All right, that looks better. I would guess so, yeah. This is another thing I'm going to start including in the uploads that I do is the recommended sprite dat configuration. All right. Oh, I have this here. Alright, let me send this to you, iQuare, the update. I didn't actually change the graphics, but I did write the iScript. So... should be useful. Or not that. What did I need? All right, so can check that off the list. What else was left to convert was the rocket launcher and the transporter. Well, I can at least batch process the save dither. I don't think it should have to exist, yeah. It's really fucked up that that's what has to happen for something like that. Alright, so at this juncture, right, I feel like we're pretty good to start doing some AI. Problem is I've already been streaming for about 3 hours, so... Do I feel like starting all that right now? I don't know. I don't know that I do. But I probably will. See how long it takes me to convert these. Oh yeah, and one thing I did want to check out was whether any of these graphics have... Oh, I already did this one, so that's not very useful. Yeah, I wanted to see if any of these graphics had any issues with stuff like that, but looks like they're fine anyway. So now I have to open the whole set. Yeah, the modding tool for remastered. I know what you mean. What? You motherfucker. You fuck with me, I fuck with you.
This is planet Earth, the very beginning of its life.
Why does that happen, man? It's okay. After this is just 2 more rounds on the transporter and we'll be good to go. I wonder if there's even a list of all the bugs in every operating system. Like, you think Windows, or Microsoft rather, has a list somewhere? You would hope that they would, but there's never any way to be sure, unfortunately. They probably don't even give a shit. What the fuck? Why does that keep happening? I didn't even hit it more than 3 times. 3! The magic number. How could this happen to me? Look at how schizo this ordering it was. I went from 41 to 44 to 43 to 46 to 45 to 48 to 47 to 50. I feel like that's an operating system bug. Like, what would, or maybe it's just Photoshop, but like, what would cause Photoshop to load them in such an order? Or was it Windows feeding it to Photoshop in a really dumb way? I gotta remove the hotkey from my preferences. That closes everything. I don't even know if I can find it, but... I think it's Control-Shift-W, but... I have to hit Control-W to close, so... When the program starts lagging, my inputs get stacked up. Yeah, it went from 47 to 50. It just was bouncing around. Like, it's completely Mongolic in nature. Oh wait, no, I needed hotkeys. Virtual keys. Nice. Minimize that. Oh, hope your bath was great. What else do we got here? We can close PyDat. We don't need that open anymore. Okay. So now we can open up the graphic converter and head on down to the rocket launcher. It's 102. Transporter is 85. Well, sometimes cold showers can be good. I don't know about cold baths. I guess ice baths are pretty healthy for you or something. Okay, this is the rocket launcher. So we will once again set this up. The graphic. Let's see what we got here. Holy shit. Windows. Alright, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Oh, I guess that's probably 5, right? I feel like that's pretty warm. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4. Player colors in Outlive were not done very well, I don't think. And for whatever reason, you also get these random blue artifacts. So that's great. These all look roughly proper, but the problem is, like, you'll see that there's random extra ones, like, over here. For seemingly no reason. I'll just leave them this time, because I guess they're going to be placeholder anyway, but it's pretty frustrating. Alright. What was it, 102, I think? Pretty sure. Yeah. So in theory, those are fine. I just need to... Alright, see you later, Connor. Good talking to you, good seeing you. Sleep well and all that. Close those. Let them process that. Nice.
Bye.
Oh, what's up, Con? Oh, I almost called you Connor, dude. Conbot. Connorbot. Hello? Oh, I had to click on it to give it permission or something. I don't know what's happening. Photoshop's been acting up lately, man. Gotta give it good old-fashioned punch emoji. Oh, I'm out of water. Anyway, how's it going? Hope things are well. Hope you are having a good time. I'm doing great, dude. Thanks for asking. Big kisses. Oh. I really gotta... Instead of having cut, I have to just delete. I don't know why I have that. Dumb as fuck. So are you prepared to face your anime? Out of curiosity. They will punch you. I am afraid. I am afraid there is no other recourse. You must suffer the anime. Alright, cool. I can copy paste now. Alrighty then. Holy shit, what happened here? Oh, never mind. It's actually much simpler than it looks. There you go. Fixed. Fucking blue ass plane. Although I'm really not sure what the fuck is up with the plane anyway. All of its player color seems fucked up. Way worse than I remember it ever being. I'll have to reprocess that one later. The fuck? Oh, yeah, that looks fucked up. Glad you're excited about that. Okay, so in theory, close this. Can grab this unit Terran. And we can take this and save it as iScript. I want to say for this one, head over to Vulture here. We should probably set it to like 9, 10, 8. Yeah, I think that's good. What did I just put where? I put something somewhere I don't think I was supposed to put it in. Who knows? I have no idea. Alright, we've done that. Excellent. Yeah, didn't you just say that? Jesus Christ, 400 frames, by the way. For the abominable. Uh-huh. I don't think I've ever seen the their buildings. Interesting. Well, sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Have a good time. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be testing AI and stuff, so might be a bit more of an exciting stream when I do my stuff tomorrow. We will see. Don't know where I put the other dog, though. Who knows? All right. Well, I think that does it for me today. we were able to do a fair bit of stuff. We were converting some shit for iQuare, and we fixed the dog, and we assorted the player colors, which is nice to get that taken care of. On the next stream, we will be doing AI for the first mission. Between then and now, I'm going to try to fix the doghouse shadow, but I won't do that on stream because I want to go have some food. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys very soon. Like I said about Wicked Reality, probably not till Sunday. And Saturday there will be some Fraud Night stuff. And oh, you know what? I should announce the winner of this week's map grab. This past week. Let's take a look. I guess I should remind some people to vote since nobody did. All right. Well, I guess I won't be announcing it yet. Maybe in an hour or so. Bye.